Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing a full face tutorial using some of my favorites that I talked about in yesterday's favorites and fails video. I thought it would be fun to just kind of get ready with you guys, do my makeup from A to Z, and use the products that I just talked about loving so much for the month of July. So if you want to see how I created this look, just keep watching. I'm going to start off by priming my face, but before I do, I feel like I'm talking so funny. I have had so many issues with this extraction that I couldn't take it anymore, and I've basically like oragelled the entire side of my face over here, so I can't really feel it, which is a good thing because it hurts really badly, but if I'm talking weird, that is why. Anyway, what I already have on my face is the BECCA Under Eye Primer, so I have that on, and then I already have my MAC Skin Refine Zone just on my pores, and I've allowed those to kind of dry, and now I'm going to go in with this primer right here, which is a new favorite for me. It's the by PRAIRIE Hyaluronic HYDRA Primer, and I'm just going to take a little bit, and this is going to go on the outside perimeter of my face. It comes out white like this. I'm going to get it on my fingers, kind of tap, and then rub it in. I absolutely love the way this feels on my skin. It's like it's not heavy, but it's just the perfect amount of hydration. Now I'm going to go in with my Milk Makeup Blur Stick, and I'm just going to take my finger, rub it on the top, and then I'm going to press this into my pores. I mentioned both of these foundations in my favorites, the Urban Decay Stay Naked and then the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue, and this is the one I'm going to use today, and I'm using the shade 117 Light Medium. This one is less matte than the Urban Decay one, and I'm just kind of going for that type of look today. I actually wanted to be able to use the concealer, the Urban Decay Stay Naked Concealer, this little one right here, but I don't know if you guys can tell, but the first time I used this Dose of Colors foundation, it was really too dark for me, and now I've gotten a little bit of sun, so this foundation pretty much is perfect now, and I'm gonna already need to buy this and find a new shade because I get tan the very first time I go outside. It's just a thing for me. So against this foundation, this concealer is going to be like white out white. So I'm just, I can't do it, but I do love this concealer. I have already purchased another shade. It's just not here yet. Instead, I'm going to go in with my all-time favorite. This is the GIORGIO Armani Power Fabric Concealer, and this is the shade number 5. Huda Beauty Powder in the shade Pound Cake to set the under eye. I'm going to bake my pores. Then I'm going to drag the excess up. I'm going to bake my nose and my chin. Now I'm going to grab one of the brushes from the Beautylist and Chikuhodo series. Right here, I am going to take the powder brush, take it out like this. This confused me so bad when I first tried them. And then, see this little guy right here, when you push it up, ta-da! And I'm going to go in with my La Prairie powder. I have the shade Translucent 1. TATCHA Camilla Gold Spun Lip Balm. This is one of my everyday steps. For my bronzer, I'm going to go in with this one from DIOR. This is the Wild Earth Bronzer in the first shade, 01 Soft Terra. And then my BLM 36 from Royal & Langnickel. I love this brush. I love it so much. And I just got sent several more brushes from Royal & Langnickel that I need to try out. This is my baby right here. I feel like my eyes look so like boom because I have on my primer, the Anastasia Beverly Hills primer. I just went ahead and I always do that with my brows because I carve out my brows underneath with the primer and then I do my face makeup afterwards. So this one just looks so stark against my skin. By TERRA Compact Expert Dual Powder number 4. I use this every single day for my nose. You can see that I'm running out of it. And this is a Tom Ford number 11. I always like to take the shade right in here, in this little socket area. I'm not super precise with it. I just don't like for my nose to get lost. For anybody who's wondering if this is the natural hair or the synthetic, it is the synthetic. Linda Hallberg 303 in the center. I feel like my Aura gel is starting to wear off. Ugh. I'm going back to the dentist. So for anyone who's wondering what happened, I posted a picture of my tooth in my hands. So something happened with my crown. I have a crown on this side, or had a crown, and when it broke off, I guess my tooth broke with it. So I didn't have a root canal or anything, but there wasn't enough of the tooth left on one side or something for them to salvage it. So they had to extract it, and the extraction went from like a simple extraction to a surgical extraction, which is why it's so painful and it's so deep. I'm gonna have to get an implant on that side, which I've never, I don't know, I hate teeth. I can't stand, like my kids, they cannot come up to me and wiggle their teeth whenever they're loose. I'm like, stop it, stop it. I just, not here for it. And I'm just having a really hard time with this thing. My wisdom teeth were impacted and everything. And I feel like that was easier than whatever this tooth is doing. It's like, now it's time for blush, and I blame this on Terra Babies. She posted this picture, and what did I say to her? I said, thanks for this, LOL. Now I just spent $100. I blame you. This just, I don't know, I saw the picture of it up close on her Instagram and I fell in love, and I'm so glad that I picked this up. I don't even have the lighter version of this. I don't remember the name of it, but this one is in the shade 07 Incandescent. I never was like really thrown to buy the first one, the lighter version, but this one, I don't know what it is. This just looks so stunning to me, and I'm so glad that I got it. Now let me get a brush to apply it. I'm going to pull out my little cheek brush. Got it here, and I'm going to take this shade right here. I'm going to start a little further back, and it gives the most beautiful wash of color and radiance. Oh, so good. And it's going to be so pretty for the fall because it's a deeper shade. You know, it's not like a coral or a bright shade that you would expect for, spring, summertime. But this color, I thought it was going to be too radiant and it was going to cause a lot of texture on my skin, but it doesn't. It's just so sneaking pretty. And obviously you can build this up to be darker, but I specifically use brushes. Oh, I got some right here. I specifically use brushes that are softer so that it doesn't apply too much. I really like this brush right here. This is the Sonia G Cheek Pro. Grab a little bit and get it on there. You see, it's just, it is so pretty. But this one definitely picks up more. I'm gonna stick with my little cheek brush right here. I had a woman get super upset with me about the placement of my blush and how I like to do it up a little higher and kind of put it on my temples and stuff. And I have to tell you guys, you can put blush where you feel comfortable. Yes, it's going to change the look of your face. It can change the shape of it, the appearance of the shape of it, and all different types of things. But my biggest rule for me is definitely just like the 2-finger rule. You don't want your blush to come in too far So that's like the only thing that I say. Sometimes I do just put it on my cheeks, like right here, but I prefer it like this. And it's just whatever you want to do. Now, obviously, I go a little darker, but that's because I always buff over top of it, so it lessens the appearance of it. So I like to go a little bit deeper because I know I'm going to put powder on top. But anyway, back to doing my face. I'm going to pick up the highlighting shade with my Anastasia A23. And look. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Just work that right over top where I applied the blush. I feel like it just seamless. It looks so good. I thought I was going to be able to help myself today, but I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and apply this to my forehead and chin. For my buffing powder, today I'm going to go with my DECORTE in the number 10 Misty Beige. I'm going to go back in with the powder brush from the Beautylicious and Chica Huda. Go right here. For my eyes, I obviously talked about the ColourPop Honey palette, but I am going for a monochromatic type of look today, glowy, just nice and pretty. So I am going to use this again for my eyes. I did this look yesterday. Puffin took me out on a date and I just loved it. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to grab the third brush from that collection. This is the shadow brush. Looks like this. It's a nice packing brush. And I'm going to take this shade right here. And I'm going to apply this to the lid. Remember, I did already have my eyes primed with the Anastasia eye primer. Now I have taken this all the way up to the crease, and I am going to come back and blow it up. But before I do this, my eye is going to explode. I'm going to take the same brush and I'm going to get it on the tip, and then I'm going to apply it to the lower lash line. Same color now as Zoeva 227. I'm going to start in the crease and then just start blending this upward. It's very easy, just kind of sloppily back and forth, little circular motions. This is a really, really easy look to create. I wiped off the original brush I used, and now I'm going to use it to highlight my brow arch with this shade right here. I like to kind of connect it right over to the temple where I already have the highlight. My voice is trying to give out on me. Probably all the Orajel. And then I'm also going to apply a little bit on the inner corner. Now I'm shaking up my TATCHA Satin Mist. I'm going to go ahead and apply this. Now I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to finish fanning my face. I'm going to do my liner and mascara, and also I'm going to apply one of my new favorite lip liners. I'll be right back. For my eyes, the mascaras that I use are the MAC Extended Play for the lower lash line in Giga Black, and then the top is the CoverGirl Exhibitionist Mascara. Now for my lips, I went ahead and lined them with one of my favorite new liners. This is the Sicily Liner in Nude. This was a recommendation from a subscriber, and I love this. It's like the perfect neutral nude. I have my lips lined with it and I filled in about halfway. Now I'm going to go in with the lipstick, and that is the Lisa D1, Lisa Duncan and Christian Odette. This is the shade Golden Tiger, and it's from her Summer Nudes collection with them. I'm just going to put this right on top. And that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.